Now, I know that the cameras are not rolling at the moment, but I just cannot sit back in the back and leave this on my chest. It has to be something that I get off right now, and it is a massive, massive apology to my brother, Spike Jackson. If you weren't there last week, you would no doubt have heard by now. There was a moment in the match that went wrong, and I have totally destroyed the leg of my brother. Now, for the first time in my career, it has put a seed of doubt in my mind whether I am good enough or not to be doing what it is that I'm doing. I've had a lot of success here so far in this universe mode. You will know, if you've been watching, that I'm right up there at the moment with the biggest stars in this company. But after doing what I did and hurting my brother, guys, honestly, I just don't know. I apologise to the rest of our family. I don't know how he earns from now on. We wanted to stay true to the competition and the tournament. We weren't trying to pull any shenanigans like we've seen with other groups in the past when they've been fighting and getting double count outs or whatever the case may be, picking a winner. We wanted to do everything within the spirit of competition, and it has gone so wrong. So wrong. I don't really know where we go from here. Again, really, I just wanted to apologise to Spike. I hope that you heal up and you're stronger than ever. Maybe you can come back at this point. We don't know. But again, this is just an apology. I'm sorry, bro. I really am sorry. I just needed to get that off my chest. Welcome everybody back to our alternate universe here in WWE 2K19. It is so good to be back sitting and doing these after a little while away with some kind of cold infection, whatever it is that I had, but we're back now. We're back on it again. It is a great show tonight. What a way to kick it off there. Really heartfelt apology from Alpha Jackson, but tonight is a big night. We've got a lot to get through, a lot going on. Interesting matches, of course, in the championship tournament, which we'll see a bit later. So yeah, let's get into it. Starting with what's on the screen right now. Between last week and this week, I do not know what has gone on in the big offices of this universe, but Bailey Dudley has been released of his general manager duties. There's been no official statements made as to the reasons why or anything like that yet. He has been told that he can still continue on in our universe. He can train himself up, he can get into the ring, or he can be another Stephen York, another Buster England, and he can he can manage stars basically. I don't know what he's going to do. I don't even know if he's here tonight. He's obviously, if it were me, I would be taking a little bit of time out and strategizing my next move basically. But it came as a big shock. It came out of nowhere. So no longer is Bailey Dudley the GM of our universe. I'm assuming in the future something will come out about this, the reasons why, but at the moment that is all that I know. I have also been passed on notes that we are going to be continuing, for the time being at least, with our championship tournament, which brings me to tonight's matches. Nothing to do with the tournament here, but we do have Lightning Jackson with Alpha that we saw earlier. I'm assuming that this maybe could have been a tag match. I don't really know, but there's that seed of doubt that Alpha talked about whether he actually wants to continue on at the moment, which is a bit of a shock. So tonight he's taking night off from in-ring action, and he's going to be assisting or accompanying his son down to ringside. And yes, we are finally seeing Omar Mason Gray getting into the ring. We got Cannon, of course, on the outside, along with Aidan Horton making up Cornerstone. This match has came about apparently because, as we've been saying, Cornerstone really, they need some direction. They've got all the potential in the world, but they're not fulfilling it. So maybe Omar can bring some victory to them and kickstart them as a unit. Who knows? Next, we have got RK Ortiz, and this could be the perfect time for him to turn his form around in this universe at the moment. We know he's been struggling. He's against a Dixon Armstrong that last week came to the ring. If you didn't see it, it is up on the channel now. He came to the ring and he could not even speak. He was that angry, distracted. I don't really know what the word is. But he came out, he had a microphone, he obviously had something on his chest, but he just fell apart in the ring. He couldn't get off his chest. We don't even know to this day what it was he was going to talk about. We know he's been having problems with George Robinson drama, Buster England as well. So he's just falling apart right now, and it could be the perfect opportunity for RK Ortiz to turn his form around. Speaking of turning form around, somebody who has definitely done that so far in this universe is HB Kang. He was struggling just like RK Ortiz. Picked up a big shock win, really, and since then he has not looked back. So Aidan Horton tonight going up against him. Definitely he's going to have his work cut out. He says he wants to try coming to the ring alone tonight, which is why he doesn't have Cornerstone with him. Of course, Omar probably wouldn't be there anyway because of competing earlier in the night, but he definitely could have had Cannon with him. Maybe it's something to do with the Smiths coming down to the ring on their own, and that's turned their form a little bit. Maybe that's what Aidan's trying tonight. I don't know, but he's going to have his work cut out against an informed HB Kang, that is for sure. Speaking of the Smiths, and this is going to be a very interesting match. They're going against one another tonight. It is in the championship tournament, as is HB Kang and Horton, as is RK Ortiz and Dixon Armstrong. These two going against each other. We've talked about it, their relationship being a little bit fractious lately. This is either going to make them or break them, I think, as a team. They've not really had chance to shine as a team because of the way that Universe is set up right now. But yeah, they've kind of, it's never been made official, but they have kind of been jealous of each other's success. And tonight, like I said, it could make or break them. They've got the chance to lay it all out, basically, in the ring. I mean, what better way to do it? So, we'll see how that turns out. And then we've got a hell of a main event. A-List Born versus Brock Cruz. Gonna be a good one, this one. We'll talk more on it, of course, when we actually start watching it, being the main event and all. But I am, again, looking forward to this one. It's been too long that I've been away from being able to do this. Started to build some momentum. Unfortunately that got derailed, but we are back, and we are back with a hell of a show. I cannot wait. So that is the card. Let's get into it, shall we? Now, one of the things that Bailey did as his last act before GM, again, if you saw last week's show you would know, is to have signed off on Henry Bobby versus the franchise Richard Robinson 3 weeks, well, it's 2 weeks now, away, and our backstage correspondent Jacob Butler has caught up with Henry Bobby, and this is what he had to say about it. Richard the franchise Robinson, you get me 2 weeks from now in a last man standing match, and I can't think of anything better, to be honest. You like your sneak attacks, you like to talk a lot, Henry Bobby, where I'm from, we don't really talk. We settle things with our fists. But even that was not enough for you. You say I don't need you, or you don't need me, sorry, and I need you. I have never heard so much crap in my entire life. We had a match, we were supposed to settle this, but you could not front up like a man. You had to jump me before the match even started. Then you had to bring your weapons, you had to do anything underhanded that you could do to gain an edge, to gain an upper hand against me, and that is absolutely fine, because now, in just 2 weeks' time, I can do that as well. It's all within the rules. We can bring the weapons, we can bring the fight, it's going to get down and dirty, and I cannot wait. You have no idea what you have done with your actions, and your actions, their consequences will be too much for you to bear, and all we have to do is just wait another couple of weeks. Well guys, that was earlier on in the night, and Robinson now with the microphone obviously wants to respond to what we have just heard from Henry Bobby. So again, let's hear him out. Henry the Leech Bobby, how long are you gonna try and make and create a name for yourself using mine? We have done this already, we have had this match. I got the win. Whether you like the way that happened or not is completely irrelevant. It still states and still remains that I have already beaten you. So no, I don't need this match. You're the one who needs me. But if this is what it's going to take, 2 weeks time, last man standing match, me destroying you once again in front of the world, in a down and dirty fight is what you wanted to call it, then so be it. I simply cannot wait to put you and that other loser, Dixon Armstrong, in my rear view mirror. You are anchoring me at the moment on my way to my rightful place on my throne at the top of this universe mountain. 2 weeks time, your blood is going to be all over this arena, all over my hands, and I cannot wait. I'm going to enjoy tearing you apart and leaving you behind. I've already put you down for a 3 count, apparently, for you and that other idiot who's no longer, thank God, GM in this universe. It wasn't enough for me to put you down for 3, so now I've got to put you down for 10. No problem. Absolutely no problem. Make the most of this 2 weeks instead of running around in the back with interviewers before I even get to the arena, because your time is borrowed. It's running out. 2 weeks. You are mine. Oh my god, you guys, this is going to be one hell of a fight. I cannot wait for it. These two simply just seemingly despise one another. It's going to be something, that match. Do not miss it. Just 2 weeks away now. I am really looking forward to that one myself, so make sure you don't miss that by subscribing so you don't miss another episode. Just ring the bell so it notifies you when that goes up as well. And also drop a like on the channel, just turn that thumb blue, and share it if you would as well, and let's get this universe out there. But with all that aside, it's normally Bailey's job to be pushing things like that, of course, but he's not here for the foreseeable, really. So yeah, that's where it is. And tonight, for the first time in a while, we've now actually reached the match. We have got RK Ortiz coming to the ring. Now, like I mentioned earlier, he has got a great chance in front of the cameras, which is where he loves to be. He has been off TV or live matches, whatever you want to call it, for quite some time now, and rightly so, because he just hasn't been getting the results. The relevancy of Dixon Armstrong and his feud with the franchise at the moment has given RKOT so much needed and wanted exposure, but he absolutely now has to grab onto this opportunity with both hands. But the same can be said for Dixon Armstrong. I still fully believe that this is a great time for Ortiz to get him and get a result out of him, because he's just not himself right now. Mentally, he's absolutely all over the place. He, as I mentioned, come down to the ring with a microphone last week. Nobody still has any idea what it was he was going to be talking about, because he literally just melted down in front of our eyes. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting match tonight. I fully expect that he's going to be completely, probably a more aggressive Armstrong than we've seen. It's all come about due to the feud between George and Robinson, and to be honest, nobody still really knows what that feud's about. We've not seen George since Robinson had that SummerSlam match with him. More mind games there from Ortiz, and look at how fired up Dixon is. He didn't need that. He did not need that at all. Yeah, this issue though between George Blake and Robinson, whatever it is, it's nothing to do with Dixon. He's kind of just found himself in the way, as the referee's been knocked out already in this match, and just straight right hands from Dixon. So he is going to be more aggressive, as I presumed that he would be. He's just so full of rage right now. Dixon needs to ride that storm, get in control of this match, and let Armstrong's emotions work against him if he can do that. I do feel sorry for him, for Dixon, because those of you who've been here from the beginning will know, when we were getting to know all of these characters, that he puts so much pressure on himself. This really is his last opportunity at this and doing something with himself. He's tried in other areas of his life and it's just never really worked out for him. So he got signed here, he came here, and he came here with the want and the need to make something of himself, and he's really just been sidetracked by this whole drama. I think he was doing something nice with George. He couldn't find himself a client, and Dixon extended that arm to him, and ever since then it's been blown apart, this rivalry between George and the franchise, and Dixon's just found himself in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's really derailed him, and he needs somehow to get this on track. He wants to fight Robinson. I think that would do him the world of good, but that's going to have to be for another day as things stand at the moment. But back to this match, Ortiz has been really impressive since that early emotional flurry from Armstrong. He needs to keep on that. This match really is a bigger one for Ortiz than it is for Dixon, in my opinion, who just can't knock Ortiz down at the moment, just because of the previous for the both of them. Dixon's been up and down with his results in the ring, whereas Ortiz has just been down, really. I mean, let's be honest about it. Since he's got that one win, he's done literally nothing at all in the ring. That is a beautiful move from Armstrong. And if he can channel that rage that he's feeling at the moment, Armstrong, he's in a really good position. We've got a 1. That's all we've got at the moment. He's not really had any offense, so I'm not surprised to see Ortiz kick out of that one. But yeah, he's RK Ortiz has definitely, he's got to win tonight. A decisive win would be great for him. And I think, like we was just saying, the fight between the franchise and Dixon would be great for him right now. I feel the knees up has just probably changed the complexion of this match entirely. You see Dixon with a big right hand there, just absolutely drops Ortiz, and I do feel like that could have really swung the momentum in this match. But saying that, there you go with Ortiz again. I think he's just more, how you say, he's more present in the moment at the moment probably than what Dixon is. I don't think he's going to be right until probably either he sees George Blake again or he gets the fight that he wants with the franchise. But again, that's just not really on the cards at the minute. We've got this tournament, and yeah, it's just the way it is. And I think it's really weighing more and more on Dixon, as Ortiz, whatever he's going for off that top rope at the moment, Armstrong's not letting him have it. And I think Ortiz needs another plan here, because he's letting Dixon back in with these moves. And here comes Armstrong now, looking for the result maybe. If he was, he couldn't hit it. Ortiz felt that one coming. Fair plays to him. The ref nearly got took down again then, and that was a really, really beautiful power slam there. Ref a bit out of position, and that might have just cost Ortiz a second there, so still wouldn't have been enough to get a win. But ref, come on man, get your act together. Going for the chin lock now, just trying to grind Dixon down. And you know, as well as physically cutting that oxygen off at the moment, this is also going to be mentally very, very frustrating for Dixon, as we once again see RK Ortiz going up to the top rope. Is he going to manage to hit what he's looking for this time? No. Again, Ortiz, man, come on, you got an opportunity here. You have to have a plan B, surely. Great net breaker there. He's doing everything right in this match against Dixon, but he's just cannot hit that big move. I think Armstrong was going for his fameplex there. Couldn't quite hit that either. And here we go now. Change of tactics from Ortiz. This could be just what he needs. Here we go. He's hit it as well. That is the Latin magic. He's surely got to go for the cover now. What are you doing, Ortiz? This is no time for ego. There we go. Ref's in position. Surely this is it. 1, 2, and 3. It is it. He changed tactics just like we was on about. It worked. He could not hit his highlight of the night, so he went for a little Latin magic instead. And that was enough for him to get the job done. And poor Dixon Armstrong. Where does the man go from here? Like, he's unraveling right now. He needed a win for that reason tonight. I stand by what I said about Ortiz needing it more. He definitely did, and he got the job done. And fair plays to him. Maybe now we see more of him. Maybe he can get some momentum behind him now. Ortiz very, very much needed it. It's a massive confidence boost for him. Again, I feel sorry for Armstrong. I don't know what the answer is for him at the moment, but congratulations to Ortiz tonight. It's his night. Let's let him have his moment. And we move. And where we move to is the match results for tonight. Starting things off, Omar Mason Gray, Mr. OMG himself, has picked up a debut win against Lightning Jackson. So at the moment for the Jacksons, things are they're not going very well, are they? It is a real shame to see. It's going to probably affect Alpha's confidence even more, that loss. But congratulations to Omar. He's gone in there. It's been a well-documented fact that Cornerstone needed some direction, needed something to happen for them. He's got in the ring himself, and he has delivered exactly what needed to be done for Cornerstone. Maybe they turn the corner now. What happens with Alpha, we'll wait and see. He's obviously got a scheduled match for next time out, and we'll see how he gets on in that. Of course, we've just seen Ortiz get a big win for his career over Dixon Armstrong. It's onwards and upwards for Ortiz. Dixon really, well, the meltdown continues, I suppose. Again, I mentioned it just when we was watching it. I don't really know where he goes from here. I suppose time will tell. We'll just have to wait and see on that one. It is a real shame for him. It's not like it's all over, you know. He just needs to find a way to turn it round. He's got to put this George Blake stuff behind him. We don't even know if George is going to be seen again, if he's going to come back, or what's going to happen. So Dixon, you need to put that behind you, man. And same as Ortiz, really, you need to find a way to get onwards and upwards. But next up, we had HB Kang, and he was going against Aiden Horton. Hayabusa, obviously, we mentioned he's been on a very, very nice upward trajectory as of late, and he's continuing that momentum forward. Aiden tried coming out on his own, probably, like I said, inspired by the Smiths who was up next. It hasn't worked out for him. He was against a very, very in-form, more aggressive than we've seen as well, HBK at the moment, and it is Kang that comes away with the victory there. Now, as I mentioned before, we had the Smiths, and this, for me, might have, we don't know yet, put the ghosts to rest between these two. Hopefully they've managed to work out and settle any disputes. It is Tyson that come away with the win. The match was competed in a competitive and a fair manner, so well done to them for that. Thankfully both of them come out without an injury, unlike the Jacksons when they was going at one another. But yeah, whether this fractures them or whether it has put all of that bad feeling between them behind them now, and hopefully that is the case and they can move forward, we just don't know. Again, we will have to wait and see. We'll probably see one of them again next week. If not, we'll see them both the week after. But for tonight, it is Tyson that manages to pick up the win, and that will move us nicely onto our main event for the evening. But before we get to that, we've been seeing Franklin Majors around lately. We don't really know what's going on with him, but I'm sure we're about to find out, because he earlier was caught with Jacob Butler, who has been very busy tonight actually. This is what Franklin had to say. I am Franklin Majors. I've been around talking to a few of the managers here in this universe the last few weeks. It's not been made public knowledge, but I am now finally a member of this roster. It was my contract negotiations, it's what I wanted in the deal, that it wasn't made public knowledge that I was signed. And this is because, see, my thing is time. I was supposed to be the next big thing in the WWE before all this universe stuff happened. I was signed at a very young age and I was told, you're next, you're next, you're next. So I did what I was supposed to do. I sat there and I waited and waited and waited as more and more and more people were pushed in front of me, taking what was supposed to be mine. It was meant to be my time, my chance, my opportunity. That was stolen from me, but it won't happen again. I'm signed now. I will debut on my time against my opponent with my manager. I have signed one. You've seen me speaking to them all. I've gone with the one that I think's right for my career, and you will find that out when I decide. So, people, that was Franklin Majors. He's signed. He said he's signed. He's got a hell of a backstory. Quite angry, which, to be completely honest with you, is understandable. He was looked over when he was promised the world by the former owners, or whatever you want to say, of WWE before this universe came along. Hopefully he will get his chance now, and the chance to put things right. He's taking his time, as you just heard, making sure he gets everything right and everything is done on his terms this time, and who can blame him? But it is main event time. It is A-List Born versus Brock Cruz in our main event. I can't wait for this one. A-List has been on a good roll lately, though. He has lost that consistency. Dropped a match to HB Kang a few weeks ago. That was the turning point for Kang. And recently he lost a match as well. I think it might have been to one of the Schmitz. Brock, on the other end, has been very, very up and down, inconsistent. the entire tournament long, where our championship and our universe really has been concerned. When he turns up on a night, Brock, he really turns up. He did, and he proved it as well in his last match. If you haven't seen that yet, again, it's up on the channel now. That was against Johnny Justice, who Johnny had shown a hell of a lot of improvement as of late, but Brock on that night just would not be denied. There was interference going on from Stephen York trying to help out Justice. Yeah, just everything was stacked against Cruz that night, but he turned up big time, and with that, he just wouldn't be denied no matter what Johnny tried. He couldn't tap him out, he couldn't keep those shoulders down, and Brock looked really, really good. I mean, you see what a physical specimen he is. He has got all the tools he needs to make it here, but the thing with him is he's got a very, very fragile self-belief. When he starts to lose that, he really goes within himself and he just can't perform. But when he's feeling himself, when he's feeling good and confident, he is and has the potential to be one of the major players here in this universe. He's just got to put it together. He needs to find, I don't know what it is. He needs to have a bit more of an inner steel about him. His self-belief needs to be a bit more solid, sturdy, whatever it is you want to call it. Because if he can get that right, there is no doubt, like I just said, he can be a major, major player here in this universe mode. And I feel like for the entire roster right now, with what's happened to Bailey, and if he did have people and wrestlers that he favoured, he's gone now. So the slate's wiped clean, really. And whoever is gonna be our next GM, you have got a massive chance now, it doesn't matter who you are, to put your name back up there. And surely these guys are smart enough to know that as well. It's all change, it's all going on here in Universe at the moment. Regarding Bailey, again, tonight there has still been no update on what's going on with him. There's been no announcement, nothing's been fed to myself about who it is that's going to take his place or why he was let go, so just to let you guys know that. I'm sure something will come out in the coming weeks. We'll just have to wait and see, and I suppose the tournament, just the fixtures take, well, like they have tonight, just will keep rolling as planned. All the matches that have been signed for the next few weeks, for example the Henry, Bobby and franchise, the last man standing match, that seems like that's still going ahead as well. So amidst the confusion, at least we've got a little bit of structure and we know what's going on here. But back in the ring at the moment, you see that big win against Johnny Justice a couple of weeks ago. Brock's feeling himself and he's kind of having his way with A-List at the moment. Just as I say that, that was a massive chop from A-List. But again, Brock didn't go down, and did you see a man of that size putting off a drop kick that beautifully? Like, unreal. Brock really, like I said, he can be a big player here in this universe mode. But the last thing that he needs for that to be a case is for him to lose to A-List tonight. And make no mistake, that could happen. A-List has been really impressive since this thing started. He's not been one of the ones that have been grabbing, which he would like, by the way, grabbing the attention and the headlines, because he hasn't put things together quite that much as the top guys have. But he's not far away. He's in that next tier and he can push himself further. He's got what it takes. He's proven that week after week. He's going in with guys bigger than him as well, and he's still pulling out the results. So you've got to respect A-List. You have got to. Whether you like him or not is a different thing, but you definitely got to respect the guy and what he's been doing here. There is that kick to the back of the head that normally signifies the beginning of the end for the opponent here, and he's going for the cover as well. It's one. It's just one. Brock again, not even letting him get the 2 count there, just sending a little mental game over to him there. But as A-List lines up the final, no, Brock's having absolutely none of that, and showing a little bit of quickness there as well is Brock. And he is, unfortunately for the A-Lister, starting to feel himself here, so much so that he's now putting things in cruise control. Is A-List going to tap? That arm is flailing about at the moment. He doesn't seem to be able to pull himself to the ropes. Brock's let go. Brock has let go, and he's going for the pin instead. Here we go. 1, 2. Ref's looking right at them shoulders. It's not 3 though. Did you see how quick A-Lister shot that shoulder off the mat as soon as he heard the ref say 2? A real moment of urgency from the A-Lister there. But he's got to figure something out to get Brock off his feet here. Here comes Brock now. Double underhook into a backbreaker powerbomb. Are you kidding me? No wonder he's feeling himself there. And this is exactly what we was talking about. And this is exactly what A-Lister didn't want. But it is what Brock wants. As the A-Lister now actually manages to grab him using that quickness there just to get there before him. And a bit of power as well, sending Brock over the top rope. And that is a very, very smart manoeuvre there from the A-Lister, just to create a little bit of time. He was hoping to collect himself, I think, but Brock's not going to let him. He's gone into that single leg crab there, putting pressure on the same part of the body as was just in the cruise control. Very smart from Brock, very, very smart. A-Lister's going to whip him back into the ring now, quickly realising that outside of the ring didn't work for him the way he probably wanted it to. So White's got a little advantage here. Again, another moment of urgency. Referee, again tonight, is out of position. But again, I don't think it was enough to cost A-Lister the match there, thankfully. What we're going to see from Brock here now. Oh, bottoms just fell out for A-Lister. And Brock's bounced to his feet there. He smells blood here. He really smells blood, because here's the Prelude Plex. Absolutely just launching the A-Lister across the ring. But he's not going to go for the finish here, Brock. That could be a mistake in a main event match. He could have had it done there and then, but no, he didn't. He's chose not to step up into Guri. He's just trying to show out here, I think, Brock. But is this the time, really? What's he going for now? Oh, he's going for the pin now. Referee, 1, 2. I think the ref could possibly have cost him there. Just that half a second. But again, credit to the A-Lister. He's got himself out before the 3. Kind of reminded me of Brock last time out. Oh, going for that arm. Bit of a nasty move there. What we're going to see now, A-Lister just kicking Brock away. He may have took a little bit too long there, Brock, and he could pay for it here, because this looks like it's going to be a final cut. It is, and the A-Lister out of nowhere has pulled out a major upset here. 1, 2. Is it an upset though? It's not, and it's not an upset, because he's won the match maybe unexpectedly, because maybe he is the favourite in this. They're so evenly matched. But it's not an upset, because Brock, off the final cut, fair play to him, managed to get himself off the canvas before the 3 count. And he's now back in control of this match. Just putting the boots to the A-Lister. He's going after the other arm now, is Brock. And look at him here, just flexing on the A-Lister. Right before he goes for the cover as well. Ref's out of position once again, becoming the norm. 1, 2, and A-Lister's out. A-Lister is out. Wasn't that close this time. Brock dragging almost a limp A-Lister up. Kick to the gut there was enough to drop the A-Lister down to his knees. And if you're setting up for the cruise control, as Brock probably is, to see that midsection and that wince from that kick will be making him feel really good. But if he wants to win, he's going to have to kick out of another final cut. No, he's not, because the A-Lister could not manage it. Spinning back elbow there from Brock, actually beating the A-lister to the punch, and was he going for a final cut there? Not too sure on that one. In any event, he finds himself clotheslined over the top rope once again, and isn't the A-lister going to have more success outside the ring this time? It doesn't look like it, does it? It's a massive DDT there on the floor. But again, the A-lister's back up. He's not being denied at the moment, and I'm really sorry. Things are starting to sound a bit dodgy, guys. Like, I still have the sore throat from the cold, flu virus, whatever it is that you want to call it. But we move on. We're going to see this out. I'm enjoying this match, actually. They're both really showing out here. Like, we've got Brock on the top rope right now. He's going for that double axe handle. He's landed it as well. Could that be it? He's going for the cover. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And the A-lister again shooting that shoulder off the canvas. Low drop kick to the back of the neck this time. Again, all of this is not wasted motion by Brock. The back of the neck, between the shoulder blades, the midsection, everything is all pointing to cruise control at the moment. It's just whether or not Brock can actually land A-lister on the mat and lock him in to that cruise control again. Oh, roll up here. Rope break, says the referee. Bit of a lucky escape there for the A-lister. He's shot into the corner by Brock now. Follows him in. Clothesline. Bulldog. Nice combination. What's he going to go for here? Oh, just the cocky kicks to the head. Again, feeling himself is Brock. You can just see the confidence growing in him. He's wasted too much time here. He's not going to get a 3 here, I don't think. No, he was playing to the crowd too much there, Brock. He is his own downfall sometimes with that, because when he does feel himself, the ego on this guy is huge. And again, massive prelude plex. Is it going to be the prelude to the cruise control this time? It is not. Instead, it's the chin lock. But again, wearing out another part of the body that does get affected by cruise control. Brock at the moment, though, he's feeling his own head there. Not too sure what's going on. You see him do it again. He's just trying to shake the cobwebs loose, I think, at the moment. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm not too sure what Brock's doing here at the moment. He's just letting the A-lister recover, and that is a mistake. A huge mistake when you've just hit one of your biggest moves. That spinning back elbow has been successful for him tonight. Are we going to see it now? He's gone over to the legs, and he has. Will he lock those hands? He won't. Brilliant, brilliant defense there from the A-lister. Not going to be denied by the looks of it. Inverted atomic drop now. Nice quickness there. Nice technique. But he's feeling that lower back now, is the A-lister. And again, that's going to be music to Brock's ears. That forearm just shot him straight into the ropes there. Oh, this ain't going to help either. Hung up on that bottom rope. That is a vicious move from Brock. That could be all, you know. That really could be all. Ref's in position this time. 1, 2, not a 3. Not a 3. Great heart shown by the A-lister once again. And it seems as though Brock now is starting to get a little frustrated here. He's going to go for that prelude plex again. Launches the A-lister towards the corner. What's he going for here now? Big stomp to the face there. Big stomp to the face. And he's going for the 3 this time. 1, 2. It's over. No, it's not over. Wow. I thought that was it this time. But again, great heart shown by the A-lister. Brock is finding himself in a very similar situation to where he was a couple of weeks ago. But this time he's wasting no time. He has got it locked in this time. Are we going to see the A-lister tap? He's in cruise control right now. Is Brock. That arm is flailing around again. He can't put A-lister away. He's had to relinquish the hold. And he's looking around at the moment like, what have I got to do to put this dude away? And we're going for the cover now. 1, 2, and no, it's not 3. I was about to say, and that's 3. And you see now, you see the frustration really starting to pour out of Brock as this match is now well in the deep waters. Oh my god, he's going for it again. Relentless here from Brock Cruz. Surely this time the A-lister taps. He has as well. He's tapped. He could not withstand anymore. He was beaten up badly tonight, the A-lister. Brock Cruz puts 2 wins together for the first time in a very long time. And what do we have going on here? Brock says fair play. It took a lot, and the A-lister's like, yeah, you was good as well. Great sportsmanship between the two there. What a main event that was. Again, I'm sorry guys, I really enjoyed that one. It's been a hell of a show. Action from before the cameras even went on tonight all the way to the end with this match. It has been a great night. I've truly enjoyed myself. I hope you guys have too. I am ever so thankful to everyone that is here right now. It means so much to me. I love, and I mean love, making these videos. This is what I wanted to do all along. You'll see FIFA on the channel, a bit of NASCAR as well, but for me it was always this. This is what, it's just, for me, this game, these wrestling games, there's so much potential with the creativity. And yeah, I'm just ranting at this point, sorry guys. I've just missed being able to do it because my voice isn't great at the minute. Yeah, it's just one of them. But again, I'm ranting. Thank you for being here again. I truly do appreciate your time. I'm ever so grateful. I hope that you're enjoying these as much as I am. If you are, please do show me. There's a few ways. There's the comments box, there's the like button, there's the subscribe button. If you do subscribe, remember to ring that bell as well. And if you have got time and you wouldn't mind sharing this around and getting it out there, God, I can't tell you how much I would appreciate that. But that is it for this episode, guys. Again, thank you for being here. You are so appreciated, you don't even know. But until the next one, I will see you all soon. Have a good rest of the day, guys, and bye bye.